Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a massive story that's sending ripples through the global economy. Imagine this. While everyone's watching the stock market roller coaster, a group of powerful nations is quietly making a huge move. I'm talking about the BRICS countries, and they've just snapped up 20 tons of gold, worth a staggering $2.5 billion. But here's the kicker. They did this right when gold prices were already shooting for the moon. What's really going on here? Is this just a smart investment? Or is it a calculated power play that could change the financial world as we know it? Stick with me, because we're about to unpack this golden mystery. So, let's set the scene. Gold prices have been on an absolute tear. We're talking about a drastic price rise that had many investors feeling a bit cautious. But not the BRICS nations. They saw this surge not as a warning, but as an opportunity. The accumulation of this precious metal happened at a particularly interesting time, right when the UAE-USD index was flirting with the $3,900 mark. For those who don't follow it closely, that's a significant psychological level. Most people would think, okay, maybe it's time to wait and see if it pulls back. But the BRICS countries went hagseng. They weren't just dipping their toes in, they were diving head first. This wasn't a small speculative buy. 20 tons is a colossal amount. It signals a level of confidence and strategic planning that goes far beyond your average portfolio diversification. It's a statement. And what a statement it turned out to be. Shortly after this massive purchase, the price of gold didn't just continue to climb, it exploded. It shattered the $4,000 milestone in October, a level many analysts thought would be a tough ceiling to break. But it didn't stop there. This brings us to the bigger picture, the trend of de-dollarization. For years, there's been growing chatter about countries wanting to reduce their reliance on the US dollar as the world's primary reserve currency. The dollar has been king for a long time, but its dominance gives the United States a huge amount of economic and political leverage. Actions like sanctions can effectively cut countries off from the global financial system. So, for nations looking to assert their own sovereignty and create a more multipolar world, finding an alternative is a top priority. And what's the oldest, most trusted store of value in human history? Gold. It's a neutral asset. It isn't controlled by any single government or central bank. By converting GIGIC paper reserves, which are often held in US dollars, into physical gold, these countries are essentially taking back control. They're building a foundation for a financial system that isn't so heavily skewed towards one nation's currency. This 20-ton purchase isn't just about making a profit, it's a brick in the foundation of a new economic order. Let's look at who's involved. The BRICS alliance is no longer just Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. It has expanded, welcoming new members like the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Egypt, and Ethiopia. This expansion is crucial. It brings together major energy producers and major consumers. When you have this kind of economic diversity and weight, your actions carry a lot more power. The UAE, in particular, is a fascinating case. They've been a key ally of the US in the Middle East for decades, but they are also clearly charting their own course. Their involvement in this gold accumulation, alongside traditional rivals of the West like Russia and China, is a powerful signal of shifting allegiances. These countries are working together, coordinating their economic strategies to build a system that serves their collective interests. Gold is the common denominator, the universal language of money that they all agree on. So, what are the potential implications for the US dollar and, by extension, the global economy? Well, for starters, every dollar that gets converted into gold is a dollar that's no longer being held in reserve or used for international trade. Now let's talk about what this means for you, the average person, the investor, the saver. When central banks, the smart money of the world, are buying gold hat memuti, it's a signal you should probably pay attention to. It suggests a lack of confidence in the future of traditional paper currencies. They are hedging their bets against inflation, geopolitical instability, and a potential decline in the value of their dollar-denominated assets. For centuries, gold has been the ultimate safe haven. When everything else seems uncertain, gold holds its value. This move by BRICS could be seen as a strong endorsement of gold's role as a critical portfolio diversifier. It's not about going all in on gold, but it does highlight the importance of having some exposure to a real, tangible asset that exists outside of the traditional banking and government systems. It is a vote of no confidence in the status quo and a vote of confidence in an asset that has stood the test of time. Looking ahead, what's the next move? This 20-ton purchase is likely not the end of the story. It's probably just one chapter in a much longer book. We can expect to see central banks, particularly those within the BRICS Plus alliance, continue to accumulate gold. They will likely do it strategically, buying during dips and steadily increasing their holdings over time. They are playing the long game. The ultimate goal could be the creation of a new settlement currency for international trade among themselves, possibly backed by a basket of commodities, with gold as its anchor. This would allow them to trade directly with each other, bypassing the dollar and the SWIFT system entirely. Imagine a world where a barrel of oil is priced not in dollars, but in this new BRICS currency. That would be a fundamental shift in the global balance of power. The strategic genius here is undeniable. By accumulating gold while its price was already high, they showed their absolute conviction. It was a move designed to be noticed. It signals to the rest of the world that they are serious about this path and that they have the economic might to back it up. It also puts pressure on other countries. Nations that are heavily reliant on the US dollar now have to ask themselves if they want to be left holding the bag if its value begins to decline. It could trigger a domino effect, where more and more central banks start diversifying into gold, further accelerating the very trend BRICS initiated. This isn't just an economic transaction, it's a geopolitical chess move of the highest order. In conclusion, the BRICS nations' $2.5 billion gold shopping spree is so much more than a simple investment. It's a bold declaration of intent. It's a calculated step towards a multipolar world, a hedge against the dominance of the US dollar, and a massive vote of confidence in the timeless value of gold. They bought when prices were high, proving their conviction, and watched as their bet paid off spectacularly. This is a story about the shifting sands of global power, about the future of money, and about the quiet revolution that's happening right under our noses, one gold bar at a time. It's a clear signal that the financial landscape is changing, and those who pay attention now will be better prepared for the world of tomorrow. What do you think about this massive gold purchase? Is it a brilliant strategic move or a risky gamble? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you found this breakdown insightful and want to stay ahead of the curve on major economic shifts, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us keep bringing you this kind of in-depth analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.